It don't matter. Don't be shy.
I think he is the only person Kobe Bryant trusts right now. And that's for one.
What about your boy Boozer, man?
I don't see, like, there's a certain level, but I think with him, because he's productive on the offensive end, Kobe's just loving it. He has to do less. He passes him the ball just from the side once he drives down in the baseline. He's right there for the jump shot. I think that's what he's really loving it.
He's the only guy who can create his own shot besides Kobe. I mean, Jeremy Lin's a bust. Let's just put that over there. So, I mean, who else? I mean, Boozer, I mean, the guy is aging. Well, he can't really score underneath the basket. He does that high arcing.
Yeah, he does the same
like
stuff.
Turnaround stuff. But
he got that wannabe Derek Fisher shot.
Yeah,
with the righty.
But exactly. I think Nick Young's the only guy who could, drop at least over 15 a game.
Yeah, and he's coming off the bench.
Yeah.
You think he should start?
No.
Or just let him be where he's at?
I think he's a good role off the bench.
Yeah, okay.
It brings a different dynamic, and then Kobe Bryant doesn't share the ball. So he's happy. He's even more happy. He can only just share the ball for one quarter.
Exactly. And the thing is, Kobe, when he gets a break, Nick Young will come in and be like that new Kobe for that. The ball run through him.
Yeah.
So, that's the purpose of having a great six-man like Nick Young.
Yeah, definitely. Nick Young, I've always loved watching him. And just to see him develop, because he's like a hype man, like Dougie Fresh on the mic,
Yeah.
La-di-da-di, we likes to party, He's like that. He brings that swag into that game where it's like kids even love him. And not only that, his hair, like, he has everything about him where it's like, I really like this guy, he really makes basketball.
Isn't he dating, what's her face?
Iggy. Iggy Azalea.
Oh, whatever.
Ziggy?
Not Iggy, whatever.
No, but,
So he gets it done on and off the court.
Yeah. No, but not only that, like he really loved LA. I mean, when he was with the Clippers, he was just another great role player to have, and I'm happy to see him to be with the Los Angeles Lakers, and I just hope he stays healthy. That's all, and they're 2-0 with him, Yeah. They beat the Atlanta Hawks, and then they beat Houston Rockets. Good teams, and. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, that is smart that he is coming off the bench, because if it was him and Kobe will not share the ball.
Kobe don't want anyone on the court with him that's good at the same time. You know what I mean?
Happy, just share that fourth quarter. Just put less pressure off him. Even though he's still going to take the last shot, but at least for like the first 10 minutes of the fourth quarter, let him both be in that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I definitely, my dad's a big Laker fan, and he's been very upset since last year.
Yeah, definitely.
Since last year, and he texted me the other day, and he's just like, Lakers 2-0. I was like, they're not 2-0. But he was just saying, with Nick Young, they're 2-0, and who knows? Maybe that could make a huge difference. Maybe they might make postseason, maybe they're not. But just to let them know that they have Nick Young, on the other side, just in case anything pops
the Lakers' troubles, they all stem from when the NBA basically, they screwed over the Lakers by, saying the Chris Paul thing. I thought that was horrible. I mean, Chris Paul and Kobe, that would have been insane.
He should have been a Laker. I don't know how you veto a trade.
Yeah. I never liked the whole Dwight Howard thing. Even when he came out, I was like, this is not going to work. I never liked Dwight Howard.
No, but not only that, you gotta remember, he was coming off an injury. He wasn't even healthy that year.
Yeah.
And to him to do that, it's like he could have signed another 1-year contract and give it a try, another try. Well, why not? But then again, it's like Kobe says, he's soft. I mean, he can't handle the pressure the way Shaq handled it. I mean, not only that. Oh yeah, they both. Wow.
Were they both Superman?
Both Superman. Both lost NBA Finals for the Orlando Magics.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just to be a Laker, you gotta be ready to take on that legacy. You gotta be ready to be the Hollywood star. But obviously you're not the Hollywood star. It's Kobe Bryant. But to handle that pressure, you gotta think about it. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Andrew Bynum. Shaq did it,
I think someone who could have fit the Lakers system good when he was a free agent, they should have went after Chris Bosh. I feel like Chris Bosh, I feel like because Kobe doesn't like to throw the ball into the post that much, but Chris Bosh sort of like expands the game outside the post. I feel like that would have been complementary to the way Kobe plays, and maybe Kobe, and even if Chris Paul was there, Kobe, Chris Paul, and Bosh. I mean, that wouldn't be such a bad, trio.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Lakers, and not only that, Kobe needs to take a pay cut. Come on, why you gotta be taking such a big of a contract? You have an endorsement deal that's worth over $100 million. What do you need a little bit of extra cash?
I mean, the guy's net worth's already $200 million as it is. Yeah. Second most in the league behind LeBron. So
yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, come on. If LeBron James can take a pay cut and he doesn't care, he just wants to win championships. If you want that sixth ring and be compared to Michael Jordan, I'm pretty sure that's his. He's trying to achieve that, but you're not going to get a sixth ring if...
Yeah. And also, I mean, the guy's 35, 36 now. I mean, he's in his later years. I mean, he's got 2 to 3 years left. So, like, what's the point? I mean, the way I see that is he's just being greedy and selfish. He's not putting the team first like LeBron would. So, I mean, LeBron's still almost in his prime. I mean, he's 30. So, I mean, Kobe, you're absolutely right, Johnny. Great point.
Yeah, it's just Kobe, man. I mean... I've been seeing it for years. I mean, he's a player that just, like you guys said, he doesn't want to. He wants to be the guy. He wants to be the one. Oh, you give me the ball, I'm gonna win the games. But you got to think about, in reality, he doesn't have a lot of game winners. Like
no,
underneath for the rest of his career.
And his percentage is actually really bad. I saw a statistic last year. The clutchest player in final minute of a game. You guys try and guess who you think it is by percentage wise.
Derek Fisher.
Wait, on the Lakers?
No, they're like superstars though.
Melo.
Superstars. Melo is right. What do you think his percentage was?
48.
40-something.
48 would be incredible, but no, it wasn't that high. It was, what'd you say?
40.
It was about 40. It was like 38%.
Okay.
I mean, they're in that situation a lot, so you're not going to hit it, more than half the times. The other players that were up there, actually, believe it or not, were Vince, Iverson. Kobe was at like 25%. Like,
jeez.
So out of every 4 game winners, he hits one of them.
That's crazy.
I think Kobe Bryant, though, with his wanting so much money, just wants to prove his wealth, because he knows that he's the only person there in that team that feels like, I think he can do it. I think he still has it in his mind, no matter how old he is. He just knows in his gut that he's that guy. Nobody else on this roster is worthy enough for me to take a pay cut. You could still get these people around me to try to work, because I'm Kobe. I'm that guy. I've got 5 rings. Come play with me. But at the same time, with the way he carries himself as just a player, he doesn't seem that person you want to play with. And I think that's one of the things that really, I think it would take anybody out, because it's just like, okay, even when he was winning championships, doesn't pass.
Nope.
Like, you look at the whole best duo thing, and you're thinking, okay, did Kobe pass Shaq the ball, really? Yeah. I mean, it kind of
Shaq just cleaned up off the glass.
Like, that's what he did. Like, you could probably do a little alley-oop play, But at the same time, especially when Johnny was talking about the legacy, Shaq was there before. Wait, who was there before? Is Kobe or Shaq?
Kobe was there because Shaq was with Orlando at the time.
Kobe got acquired from the Hornets.
But Shaq coming there was that.
Year.
Shaq coming there was that guy. Just Kobe was that guy that was coming up.
Yeah, Kobe was just an average. Kobe wasn't good. Kobe came out in like 1999. He was already in the league 4 years. So his first 3 years, he was averaging like 10 a game. I mean, he was nobody.
Yeah.
So once Dwight Howard comes in, now it's just like, be this guy. And Howard, he just doesn't seem like that person that really, like you were saying, like, did not just want to put himself in that role. Like
he wasn't ready for it. He wasn't ready for it. And Shaq, as soon as he lost that NBA Finals, I remember there was I guess you could say a documentary on NBA TV, and he was actually talking with one of his teammates with Orlando Magics, and he brought up the question, so why did you leave? He goes, you know what, in all honesty, I should have never left, but my mind was just on championships. And that's what I wanted, And I did not say, he was like, I don't want you guys to feel like I left because I didn't think we didn't have the team. You got to think about it. Penny Hardaway got hurt.
Yeah.
And he was very huge. Like, once he got hurt, Shaq was just like, all right, I got to make moves, I got to find a team where I could win championships, And everything involves like a business. Everything is a business, And Shaq even talked about him and Kobe having a relationship. He said, it's all business. That's all it is.
I mean, if you think about it, Shaq made the right move, because when did he leave? 99? 98?
98, and then 99 he played.
If you think about the Magic were sort of in a state of, they were only in 20-win seasons for 4 years. The big acquisition of Tracy McGrady is what put them back on the map.
Yeah.
I mean, because Penny, like he said, a great point, he got injured. I mean, they were relying on people like Tyronn Lue. I don't know if you guys remember him. Yeah. Stacy, what was his name, Ogmon or something like that. Like, they had nobody on that team.
I don't know. It just sounds foreign to me now.
No, they had like a lot of nobodies on that team, bro. And like, I mean, Tracy was another guy who made a horrible decision. I mean, these players, they gamble. They really do in the offseason, moving.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's whatever brings the money on the table. You know, and that's how you're gonna get your players. But you know, then again, it's just Lakers. In order for them to get another championship, Kobe needs to get a pay cut and just make smart moves. Don't make dumb moves where it's just like, oh well, I think he did good. Like Jeremy Lin did good only for the New York Knicks, and that was it.
Like, you know who, talking about someone like Kobe in the same situation, Dirk Nowitzki was making $20 million every year. This year, he was a free agent. He took a massive pay cut. I think he's making around $10 million now, like almost double.
Yeah, and look at the team
they brought in.
Third, they could be third in the playoffs now for the Western.
Kobe's just not thinking. I mean, he could have been the same situation Dirk was in right now.
He might. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No, you go.
I think he did. I think he wants to get records right now.
Yeah, I think that's all he cares about.
Because I saw something about you know now that he's like
he's third on the list in scoring.
Fourth right now.
Oh, fourth.
Gotta be third, passing Jordan soon. He wants, and especially when they was talking about Kevin Love trying to go over there too. What you call it? I think that's even more reason not to pass the ball because he wants to, just get his stats up, be remembered, be that person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's not. Because if you think about the people who are going to retire in like maybe 3 years, he is that one person that you could want the ball in the hands with. Like you think of like Tim Duncan, you think of a person who could, they could create their own shot, but kind of clutch really. No, you think of the last clutch player, usually the first clutch player that you would ask any analyst about who you want the ball in their hands is got to be Kobe. Yeah. Then you might think of maybe Durant or LeBron or something like that, but it's first Kobe.
Yeah.
I mean, going throughout Kobe's career, I always thought Kobe was a head case. I always thought he was a very selfish, arrogant player. Like, he's very different than LeBron and, like, Dirk, Paul Pierce, Tracy, like, all these other guys. I felt like they were more leaders. They were more vocal.
Yeah.
I felt like Kobe was never, I think he was just more talented than all of them, honestly. Mm-hmm. He just, the mental part of his game, like, working with teammates, he was not a good teammate. He never was. He was just, better than everyone else. I mean, if that team was Shaq would have never left for Miami if maybe Kobe would have treated him better. So I think they could have won more championships. It's honestly Kobe Bryant's fault.
Yeah, but you know what it is too. Like, and me and David already talked about this outside of the radio show. So there are certain players that have instincts, and those instincts are very highly. That not a lot of the NBA players have it. Michael Jordan had it. Kobe has it. And that instinct is, I'm going to win. Yeah. You're not going to break me down. And that's why Kobe's still in the league. That's why Jordan had a long career, And it's those players that want to be great, they will be great, no matter what. Because
you know what's funny about that? I was watching Stephen A. Smith one time, and he calls this the killer instinct. Yeah. Kobe Bryant, Jordan, LeBron, they all possessed it. And I'm not trying to I know I always bring up Vince Carter, but he said Vince Carter could have been comparable to these dudes if Vince Carter had that killer instinct.
He would have had it if Tracy McGrady didn't leave.
That's what I've always said.
If Tracy McGrady would have stayed in Toronto with Vince Carter, they would have been a great championship team.
Preach, man, preach. Take the floor.
I'm telling you.
I love it. I'm loving it.
I know you love it because I know Armand, he's a big, Vince Carter fan, but I'm pretty sure your favorite team was the Toronto Raptors.
Toronto Raptors. Honestly, I did love the net team.
And you have the jersey signed with the Toronto Raptors jersey.
Yeah, I do. I gotta show you that one day.
And if he would have just stayed, and not only that, they're cousins. Like,
that's family.
That's family.
Well, the endorsements they would have. First. You know how many commercials they would have just being together, like.
Because Tracy's all about the money, man.
Yeah. If Tracy McGrady would have just been like, you know what, Toronto is my home, like Vince Carter, I would see them winning at least 3 championships.
Oh yeah, easily, bro.
3 championships. They had a good team that year.
Bro, they were the only dynamic perimeter duo during that time frame. Yeah. Everyone else was like a point guard and a big man. You're talking about a shooting guard and a small forward can both drop 20 a game easily. Like, it's like LeBron and Wade last year.
Yeah. I think they would have been better.
Oh, yeah.
They would have been better.
Because it was new in the league. The league didn't have anyone like that, dynamic duo at the 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Like, that was new. Since Jordan and Pippen. That was the last 2.
That's very upsetting. I mean, I wanted to see if I could interview Tracy McGrady and ask him that because
Bro, I go to sleep at night. I go to sleep at night. I pull up this YouTube video, and it's called Family Matters or something like that with Vince and Tracy, and like they're just ripping apart Tracy because Tracy's like, because like they pan out to his interview and he's like, Tracy's like, I want my own spotlight. Vince had his spotlight, so let me go somewhere else where I can be that guy. And Vince is like, that's the way he sees it, then that's just horrible,
Yeah, that's
like they
that's
didn't talk for a
that's
year.
like Jesus and the devil, man.
That is
honestly
Tracy's
like
the devil.
Why?
They didn't, they didn't talk for like a year. They had feuds and everything, and
I know.
Vince saw that as a sign of disrespect. Like
that is disrespect.
Just imagine
It
that
is.
family reunion coming up. Oh, you got a ring? Haha. You could have been with, I don't know.
And Tracy's sneaky too. Remember he came back in the league last year when the Spurs were in the Western. 2 years ago when the Spurs were in the Western Finals, and he just joined out. No, he's like, I'm gonna get that ring. And then they get to the championship, and he's like, they lost. He was trying to sneak that ring. He tried to sneak that ring.
Yeah.
Joined him for like 2 weeks.
Him sitting off the bench, only playing.
Yeah,
2
he played
minutes,
2 minutes.
2 minutes, one game.
Little
Kinda
cheater,
problem
man.
is
Little
that?
schemer.
But sit back. We got 10 minutes left, folks. We'll be back. We're gonna play one song, and then we're gonna talk about something special. Something special. We'll be back, folks.